Good morning, everyone. I'm the Holler Scholar. Let's talk about garbage this morning. A lot of talk on my post I shared about wanting to increase the number of public dumps we have here in Harlan County so we can maybe help clean up Harlan and have less garbage everywhere. And for the most part, I feel like it's been a very productive conversation with everyone. A few disagreements here and there, but I think generally everyone just wants what's best, and that's, cleaner communities. Uh, I just want to point out two things with that real quick, and it's a few comments I've seen on my original post and some of the ones shared when I do see them uh, about quote unquote junk collectors and um, dumpster divers and stuff like that. And I really just don't see what everyone's problem is with it. So, I'm gonna tell you a little story. I used to be a manager for CVS pharmacies, and I would get these complaints all the time from people. Usually they would, come through the drive-through and get their medicine, or sometimes they'd come in um, and it'd be like, someone's in your dumpster. What are you gonna do about it? I mean, I'm not gonna do a thing about it. Like, you're not gonna call the cops? What's wrong with you? There's someone in your dumpster. Like, sorry, Karen, I really don't care that someone's in the dumpster. I know why they're in the dumpster, but I don't care. And sometimes they would, run off pouted. How those kind of hoity-toity people are that think you should care about the things they care about. Um, and sometimes they'd say, "Well, I'm going to call the cops. That's ridiculous." Man, someone's digging through a dumpster. They're digging. The reason they're digging through a dumpster at CVS at that point in time, I don't know how things are done now, corporately with CVS, but we would throw away buggy loads of food weekly to prevent having any outdated food on the shelf. So we had a little sheet that would come down, and they would want us to pull any food expiring within the next week and throw it away. And policies shifted and changed like during my couple years there, where sometimes we would donate it to local organizations, and then they tell us to stop because they was afraid too much stuff was being donated. And one time they even wanted us to cut containers and packaging open so it would make the food spoil and no one would want to dive in the dumpster and get it. And I just, when I was in charge, I wouldn't do none of that stupid stuff. That's, it's dumb. I'm not cutting open a box of cookies that you all want to throw away, and you're afraid that someone's going to get in the dumpster and get that box of cookies. It's, stupid. I ain't doing that. But some of these comments about people going to the spring cleanup dump sites and digging through garbage, and they're just appalled at it. Like, I mean, who cares? Mind your own business. Just, you know, be glad that all that garbage is being taken care of. And if someone's finding something of value out there, just leave them be. They're not hurting nobody. The second set of comments I want to address is from a handful of people who just negative. They get on there and they comment, well, Harlan County's just a dump. It's always a dump. These people are pigs and animals and this and that and the other. And like, I understand the perspective you're coming from because you're frustrated with how some people act, but I think the attitude you're taking towards it is negative and unproductive. If you think Harlan County's a dump and it's disgusting and you don't like it, leave. I know we have a population problem here and population is declining, and we keep talking about trying to make ways for people to stay here, but if that's how you feel about Harlan County, just get up and leave. We don't need you here. We'll make do without you. Now, if you want to come to the conversation and say, this is how I feel Harlan County currently is, and here's the things I want to do to make it better, that's different. But if you're just going to be straight negative and offer no solutions, I mean, you're just as much as part of the problem as anyone else is. So that's going to make some of y'all mad. I don't care. I strive to start a conversation about a topic that I see that is important and discuss different possibilities. Sometimes I don't agree with the solutions that you all propose, and sometimes I do agree. Let's have the back and forth. Let's have the conversation. Um, but just complaining and offering no solutions is useless. Might as well just shut up. That's all I really got. To y'all that have commented, productive comments and offered your ideas and solutions, and have not just been negative, thank you, appreciate that. And the rest of y'all, Try to perk yourselves up, be a little bit more positive out there, okay? God bless. Stay vigilant.